Welcome back to Sevtech Ages, and welcome back to our little house on the prairie. Now, you may have noticed things are a little bit different, and I want your guys' opinions. I decided to turn on shaders, which does make things look a whole lot better, particularly the water. That's amazing. But if you prefer the original, I don't mind at all anyway. Just let me know. The only thing that I've found that is a little bit odd so far is when I try and break blocks like this. You see the odd texture? Slightly annoying, and if there's a way to get rid of that, please let me know in the comments, but also let me know which one you prefer, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys as to which one we actually use. Both will actually work just fine, I think. So we've got our horses working away, grinding away more wheat, and we've got whole lines of bushes now to get the fruit requirement for our nutrition. Let's just grab all of you guys. There we go. And these bushes actually keep out mobs quite handily as well, so well worth picking stuff up. So let's get on this episode. We're going to get on with, I think, looking at the Porcelain Melter. I crafted a faucet and a casting basin, all made out of porcelain. And there's none left in here because I think I've actually cooked it all up now. But you get this, essentially a full block of metal at a time, copper and tin, which we've got over here. So I've got 3 tin, 2 copper. Copper takes a little bit longer to cook up. And now we need to get that into ingot form and eventually into kiln form for making bronze, I think. Yeah, bronze is after the kiln. So to do that, it's quite simple. All we need to do to get started is build an anvil. Anvil. Here we go. So stone anvil. It's just some smooth stone and some stone slabs. So let's get that out of the way. And we're also going to need a stone hammer as well, but that's really simple. So let's just get a few stone slabs. And it's a usual anvil shape. There we go. So 1 stone anvil. And then just a hammer. Stone mallet, I should say. It's pretty much a hammer. And that's the Anvil Levine quest. Let's put that down. And now we should be able to hammer our copper block just like we do with wood. So, and did I just get... I just got given another stone mallet from the quest. Let me just pop that away there for a second. Okay, so just as we do before. Are you going to let me do that? Or do I have to just hit you repeatedly? That's right click. Okay, fine, no problem. And we got 9, which is exactly what we wanted. We're then going to use that to make an engineer's hammer, which is immersive engineering. So we need 2 copper, a piece of string, and a couple of sticks. So it's just string that we actually need, and we should have some around somewhere. And that's not string, that's hemp fibers. Why don't I have any string? Okay, do I have any fleece? And we'll just make it from fleece. Yeah, there we go. Some white fleece. And I think my wood blade is up here somewhere. There it is. So let's just add that. Get some string. And then we can complete that engineer's hammer with the string. There we go. Engineer's hammer. To build the kiln, we need some sandstone and some bricks. Bricks and sandstone. Yeah. Bricks are just clay balls in your clay kiln. So nothing too problematic there. And we're going to need 2x2x2 structure. So, so that is 8 blocks. So on to that will do. Now we have spare to build another one if we want to. We've got to choose where we want to put this kiln. I don't particularly want it inside for now. We're going to have to extend this structure later. So maybe if we have it like that. And then usually with immersive engineering, you right click on the front of the structure. There we go. We've got a kiln. Let's knock that down. And that probably means we can just right click and put stuff into it. For example, charcoal, which we can grab from here. All right, so if we want bronze, then that's going to be the next one over. Yeah, bronze, it's usually 3 copper, 1 tin. So let's go and get one of those coppers. Well, the copper sorted. And there we go, that's copper. And we also want the tin as well. Let's just put that away for a second. Get our tin sorted. Does that take less effort for the tin? No, not appreciably. Not terribly slow to actually get it either. So if we want some bronze, I'm not sure how many bronze we're going to need. So let's say 6 of you and 2 of you, something like that. And then we'll go put them in our kiln and let's see how fast or indeed how slow this is. So let's pop 2 of those, 6 of those, and a couple of charcoal. And yeah, it's not too bad, at least for this stage of the game. So let's wait for that to cook up and we should get bronze. Okay, we got bronze. There we go, brains over bronze. So let's put that indoors. I've really got to sort this door situation. I think I want to turn spider off. I don't think we're going to need that long term. So let's get rid of that, or at least not outside mob farms. We'll come back to that in a bit. And I'll put the bricks in there as well. So the next stage is to get into blood magic. Now blood magic, it's an old favourite of mine. We need to build the blood altar first of all. So if we look at the blood altar, we're going to need a few things. One of the things we're going to need is demonic wool and bronze. That's lucky, because that's what we just got. And furnace and some smooth stone. Demonic wool, on the other hand, well, we need to either kill a mob with a sentient weapon. We don't have that yet. Although we can check with the Sacrificial Dagger, I suppose. Or throw in a snare at a mob and killing it while it has white particles. So let's take a look at the... I assume it's the Sacrificial Dagger. Or Dagger of Sacrifice. I can never remember which way around they are. Technically, we can make it with bronze ingots and a sharp bone. But the Dagger of Sacrifice needs us to have a blood altar. So we could take a couple of bronze and a sharp bone, or we could do it the other way, which is demonic will. Yeah, we could make these snares. We get 4 snares for 4 tin ingots, 4 string, and ash. To be honest, it's metal either way around. So why don't we take a couple of bronze? And do I have that? Do I have that sharp bone anywhere? I do. We were required to make that earlier on in the game. So 1, 2, and we have a sacrificial dagger. Now, will this make a self-only weapon, or will it actually damage other things? Ow! Certainly, if we right-click, damage us. But can we actually swing this as a weapon? Possibly. I'm going to go and find a mob to kill with it, I guess. I should empty these stuff out my inventory. Oh, one quick tip, by the way. If you're in your inventory in your chest and you want to deposit stuff, but you only want to deposit stuff that is already in the chest, i.e. if you sorted your chests out, hold shift and then click. You get merge options instead of deposit, which just helps things keep straight when you've done some organization. Okay, so it's just hitting sunset and I'm going to look out for a zombie. It's going to probably be a bit dark for YouTube, but can't really adjust that too much at the moment. Oh, there's a zombie. So, and the zombie's already seen me. Hi, guy. So let's just bring his health down a little bit. Oh, and there's another zombie. So I'm just going to hit the first zombie, hopefully, with the snare. Hopefully I hit the right one. And I'm going to wait for the white particle effect again. Hopefully. Hopefully the shaders don't have a problem creating that white particle effect. Yeah, because I don't see it. Maybe you guys do, but I certainly don't. So, I guess we're going to have to throw another one. And have we got a white particle effect? No, we don't. Let's try killing it anyway. And we didn't get a demonic will. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure how long we have to wait for this thing. Let's just stab this one instead, and let's give you the same choice, shall we? Let's bring you down in health. There we go. And throw a snare. Well, we got ourselves a little bit of armor. which I've already got, but no demonic will. So we're down to 2. Maybe I have to wait for quite a while. Let's see if we can find a skeleton. Here's a volunteer now. Let's go for the snare. And there it is, a white particle effect. So only seems to occur while... Ooh, did we get one? Yes, we did. It only seemed to occur when I threw it and it was at full health. So we can't bring it down in health to cheese the whole thing. And I'm going to guess I'm trying to sleep out here somewhere. Oh, my sleeping mat's broken. Hopefully it will go morning before they get to me. It has. Good. Everything should catch on fire, and I now need to go and make another one of those sleeping mats. Speaking of which, we need a better way to make leather. And I think we can make a better leather recipe using the drying basin. I think this works. Uses. Whoops. Can we see leather recipes? Can I make, it says drying basin, but that is an unfamiliar item, so doesn't show up here in the same sort of model, but we'll give it a try anyway. It only takes some clay. So to do that, to get a drying basin, we just need the clay blocks. And to get clay blocks, we need to put them in a press, which is where the horse comes in. And yep, we can just swap those out. And the horse will start up. Let me go and put the rest of this stuff away. Running short on space again. In fact, let's just try and merge to get a little bit of space. I'm out of space, so I'm going to need to make more. Okay, so what did we actually need for the blood altar then? We need 2 bronze, a furnace, some smooth stone. Okay, so let's get some cobblestone. And make a furnace up. What was the other things? A couple of bronze and our demonic will. So we've got a couple of bronze. And we got a blood altar. And a new advancement, altered state. Blood altars are pretty good. Not terribly much we can do with them just yet, although we can donate our blood to them using a sacrificial dagger just by right-clicking away from the altar. There we go. So we donated our hearts in, and the blood altar will fill up. Looks pretty good. I think the model's changed since I last played Blood Magic back in 1.7. Yeah, so yeah, quite different. In any case, the health will recover. Later on, we'll get some regen effects, so that can just happen automatically. And let's put our 3rd clay block in there, so we can hopefully get a decent drying basin, and see if that will let us make leather. In order to convert then, or see if this works, we're going to need some zombie flesh. I've got some in my rotten flesh, I should say. Got some in my inventory already, which is good. And you're finished with this. Okay, so the drying basin then. It's just 3 terracottas. Terracottas we can smelt. Good. So we can just use the furnace. Whoops. I'm gonna have to turn that spider effect off. Terracotta. So let's just put them in the furnace, and that should make just fine. And with our terracotta then, can we make our drying basin? And in turn, will you let me make a leather easily? And I think the game's had a bit of a problem. No, it's back. Good. Let's put you there. And if I put a rotten flesh in there, no, can I not do that? That's a shame. Oh well, worth trying at least. Okay. Okay, so in here we've got Blood Magic, and next to it we've got this. The Apple of Lofty Stature will let you turn on and off the step-up abilities. It's not quite the usual auto-jump, but if you don't like it, and you've seen me running around before, you can turn it off with this apple. Not that I'm going to use it, but I will just use it to get this quest. And we just need a full well, a full tier 1 altar, I would imagine, which I'm going to make sure I eat, and then make sure I top off the altar. That's about as much as I can cope with. And let's try and see if this will work. So that should infuse the apple, and it should turn blue once it's got 1500 life points. Life points are just donated from literally our life at this point. We will get the ability to use other things' lives in future. However, that is this sorted. And there's the advancement. So if we don't want to step up, we can eat that. I'm quite happy with the step up, so I will just put that away for now. And we can carry on looking at what we want to do next. So the main quest line takes us into the Necronomicon. And then we got to go into Abyssal trophies and stuff like that. So Necronomicon, what do you take to make? Necronomicon needs Corallium Plague Flesh. I've got some of that. Rotten Flesh, I may be slightly short on that. And Plant Cloth. Plant Cloth is just lots of twine, it looks like. So do I have any more zombie flesh? Yes, I know, I dried it. I dried it earlier. Would be really rather nice if I had some more though. I do. Good. So then we also just need some plant twine. And then we can put that together. And what was the rest of it? Just some of that odd sort of flesh, corallium, there it is. So let's just shift click all that in, and we get a Necronomicon, and we also get the Sanguine Scientium Blood Magic Guide. So we get that as well. And Abyssalcrafted. So this is where we're going to have to look at that a little bit more next episode, I think. But yeah, the Necronomicon has lots of rituals that we need to get into. As you can see, this mod pack does have an awful lot of magic-oriented stuff, certainly near the start, and lots of new stuff to learn. Alright, so if we want to get into more Necronomicon stuff, we need some creatures called Shoggoth, or, well, I think they're called Shoggoth. Please do correct me if I've pronounced that wrong. I think there's some down there. Yep, there is. So I discovered this when I was off on my wild jaunt looking for jungle and failing badly. They are right here, and they're in an underground lair. Now, there's two ways. Let me just explain why you need them, first of all. They basically are the ways to get statues for Abyssalcraft, which is what the Necronomicon is part of. And in order to get those statues, you can do two things. The easy way is to lure things out. So you go in there, you say, hey, come follow me, and they'll slowly follow you, and then they'll slime everything. Like Slimer from Ghostbusters, except black. That's one way of doing things. And to get them to come out, eventually they will, if you have enough of them out here, in the slime they'll spawn sort of large monoliths, big square buildings, and on top of those will be statues once they've built them. The other way, we can actually craft those statues. So if you have a look here, let's say it's a decorative Hastur statue. This is a decorative version, so it doesn't do anything. So we just need some monolith stone, which is I think what that layer is built out of anyway. And then we can just make it with you know, like yellow dye, powder, and clay. And if we want the proper one that works fully, we just need Shoggoth flesh. So we need to farm them. So there's two ways to do things. I'm going to try sealing them off first. I don't think they move too fast, but I just want to be a bit quick. And then maybe I build a kill chamber for them later. It is quite large though, this, so I'm hoping to get a wall in quick. Let's give it a go, and if I'm not successful, that's fine. They do hit like a truck though, so be a little bit careful. And is that a shadow creature? Or is that a Shoggoth? Not sure. Any case, let's get down here and try to get a wall in before they all come after me. Well, hopefully. Assuming that they aren't already after me, of course. And if they are in there, they do need a 3x3, I think. So let's just seal this up. Oops. And that should serve, at least as an initial wall, while we decide what we do with this thing. I don't hear them around, though, so maybe they've all left. What was that in the water? I don't see anything. I do like the shade of water. it is a bit of a change to see Minecraft being quite good. So yeah, if they are in here, I guess we can just take a quick peek and see if they are. Because my pickaxe will, let me see. No, this one's empty. Ah, that's a shame. In any case, we can get some monolith stone, I assume. No? Yes. Yes, we can. So we can make the decorative versions of the statue, and I know where there is another Shoggoth lair. It's further to the north along the river that we've built our base next to, so I can then use that to build, well, to get this, either the flesh, or to get them to build more of these monoliths. And let's just take in a couple more. Hopefully we don't need too many more statues. But sort of an interesting building anyway, even if I'm going to just seal it off. I can't remember actually bringing them out here anyway, so I'm not sure why they're not in there anymore. In any case, let's go and see if we can find that other layer and see if we can do the same thing. So I can't spend too long out here because I don't have a bed because that broke because I just used it too much. And I need to go and make some more leather, so I won't spend too long out here. But I just want to see if these Shoggoths, I think they're in this... see, it's right there. I think I may have shown that in a previous episode. I just ran past it and didn't do anything with it because, hey, it's dangerous. And let's go and have a quick check without falling into any creeper holes, hopefully. See, the slime's here, so they've been out. And let's go head round this way. You can clear the slime with a shovel if you need to. And let's see if we can build a wall. They're not in here either. Okay, so what it looks like I'm going to have to do is find a third Shoggoth lair. And I've no clue where that's going to be. And we will have to wait, I think, for that one, because I can't find any immediately. You do find them in river biomes, so obviously you've seen this river here particularly. We can see if there's any more layers down that way. Of course, the main problem I have at the moment is speed. I have to get a horse. The horse is... It's okay, but it's not longer term kind of speed boost territory. What we do actually want is a pair of wolf boots, or wolf hide boots, or dog pelt hide boots, something like that. And we need some wild dogs for that, because I may have turned some of their pelts into leather. That may have been something I did. So I think I'll go and have a look for some of those and see if we can craft some speed upgrades. So when looking for wild dogs or wolves, in this case a wolf, you're going to want to take along wood with you. I didn't do it previously, but I will do on this one. Let's just first of all get away from them. How many did I put down? 4? Yeah. Okay, 5, 6. And we're also going to take our whittling knife with us as well. I'm going to change this to pig. Pig totems will give you luck, and in our case, hopefully lots of luck. So let's just step down here for a second, and we're going to whittle all of it with pig. So that will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, and 6 will be the totem base. So we're going to change that to totem base, and then get to the bottom and hit the bottom one. Now you could also have a second totem, and you could also add things like strength by putting, appropriately enough, the wolf thing down on the totem. But in our case, no, we're not going to worry too much about that. We're just going to nicely want drops, and drops is what pig gives us, or at least it will give us if we're successful in killing things before they kill us. And one more. Okay, so we got 2 of those. Let's see what we do with these. Will they give us just wolf hides, or will they give us dog hides? Because wild dogs are different. They're not these wolves. But these wolves are the ones... We need to sort of taunt them this way. I want to be in range of this totem when they die. Come on. Yep, there we go. Come on. I know you're acting like wolves and you aren't too sure until you can actually overcome me. But let's give you a go. And you. And one more. There we go. So, whoop. You're not too fond of me now, are you? Nope, you're not. And one more, one more, one more. Okay, so we got 2 wolf pelts and 2 raw wolf meats and a wolf head. Wolf heads, I think, can be used to make the armor. I assume they can be used to make the armor. Yeah, so 4 wolf pelts and a wolf head gets us a wolf hood. So it is sort of armor. However, what we actually want are the boots, and they will need the wild dogs, I think. So yeah, wild dog pelt boots. You need some leather boots, which are straightforward. A bundle of feathers, which is just some feathers and hemp, and coagulated blood, which I think we can actually make, or we can certainly make glue. Both of those are fine. Coagulated blood. What do we need to make that? Come on, rotate through. There we go. So we can cast it, I guess, or make it from a slime block. In any case, we can probably make the glue. What does the glue take? I assume I have to sacrifice some horses for this. Oh no, I can cook down rotten flesh. Okay, let's head back to the base, but this is going to be useful for when we set up static farms, such as, cow farms, for example. If we want more leather, and we do, we can get the cows to provide it, and if we have luck and all the other basically bonuses we get from this totem base. Am I heading in the right direction? I am. We got all the other bonuses from the totems or totemic underneath where we keep our cows. Underneath where we keep our cows. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can walk around with a cow. It's perfectly fine. What do you mean you can't do this? I mean, look, it's like a cow-guided missile. I'm not sure I'm at the right end of the cow, to be honest. And to be honest, this might be a bad idea. Oh, look, there's a cow over there already. How do I let go of said cow? Okay. I can throw a cow into a tree, apparently. Let's just pick up this cow instead. And head back to our base. Okay, so our cow that will turn into a buffalo later is there. Quite happy that we've moved him to a nice pasture. We can go further in here to make... Oh, did I put that in well, this I did look up. It's called Evaporating Bowl in the original. No, that's gone into the... Oh. Can we fish that out? Yeah, we can. Good. So the wooden basin, I may have already shown this to make bread, but we can actually use it to make leather a little bit better as well. So do I have any leather We've got pig pelts, that is for certain, so we could process those. Let's just see what pelts do we have. We got 1 piece of leather. I'm going to need more for another portable bed, essentially, so I may as well make more now. And let's just actually search for pelts, shall we? That'll be easier. Pelt. To my inventory. 9 there. Cow pelts. Alright, so if we then... I'm sure I've got more of the processed version somewhere. Anyway, we'll sort it out later. So, we got a few different types of pelts. I want to keep the wolf pelts. We want to skin them, so we're going to be able to use our work blade with the cow pelts, and we'll get some raw hides. Okay, so we got 12 of those. And then we want the salted versions of them. So let's just take a look at leather. So the processed leather, we haven't got that yet. So let's just go across to here to drying and to the wet tanned hide. We get from dried hide, of course, as you've seen before. But you'll see there's a new tab here that we can use. There's the cauldron. So we can cook up dried hide into wet tanned hide in a cauldron if we wanted to. Or we can just use a wooden basin. And we can convert those across. So let's go back through the stages for a second. So from rawhide, we want water and salt. If you remember, we get salted hide. However, now we can do that in a wooden basin. So we can do it 3 at once and with 1 salt. Any salt will do. There's a few recipes here, but any salt will do. And just 1 water. So let's give that a go. There we go. So 1, 2, 3. And we just need some salt and some water. So let's quickly grab some water. Do we have any? Yeah, that's enough because it didn't go. The water didn't disappear, so I know I've got a full bladder full. And there we go. Pop that in there. And we just need some salt. That will do. This is just the salt from the Darklands. Okay. And now we can stir, hopefully. And we should get the salted hide. There we go. So we can now do 3 at once. Of course, we'll get better later. But then we can take the salted hide. I think we've got to dry that out, don't we? Do we have to dry it to get leather? Leather... wet tanned, dried, Yeah, it's just on the drying racks. So we can just take all this stuff off there for a second and dry those out. And then, of course, we can do the same thing again, but with the resin this time. And it's going dark, so I'm going to have to go sleep. But that should let me get another bed along with some more of that wet thatch that we had to make previously. So we're just about out of time for this episode, but here's where we are on the tree in Age 1. We have to get through, this is a necessary quest to get through Age 1, so we have to get a new Shoggoth lair. But once we get through that, we can do this to have the ability to summon a parrot, which means we can then turn it into an eagle and go and get this done, which is the spooky boss battle with the chimes of death, or whatever that ceremony is called. And then we go into charging the Necronomicon and the Beneath, etc. What we one thing we could do as well, we could go and do the hunting dimension. So you craft that hunting. You craft that out of portal blocks, and it's just wood and a stone sword. And then if you get to moss, here we go. So creeping moss. We need moss itself first of all before we do that. So moss stone we need to make. So we need to get vines. However we do that, or moss stone may even be doable with chisel. Can we chisel normal cobblestone into moss stone still? Used to be able to do it, but we may not be able to do it anymore. In either case, if not, we need vines of some kind. And if we're able to find those, we can make this, which is creeping moss. We can use this by going into the Darklands, and I think it's shift right clicking on the ground. You can change it into the particular type of biome. You can then take that through the hunting dimension, or into the hunting dimension once we build the door, and turn a chunk over there into Darklands. So if you surround that with, I don't know, a wall or some way to separate things, try and contain it, spread a little bit. Inside those few chunks, we can sort of set up a kill area for the Darklands, and then we should be able to get access to more of those shadow creatures without the danger and the, frankly, tedium of running all the way north, because it's really quite far from my base. I don't want to be doing it too often. All the way over there, like 1,000 blocks or 2,000 blocks on a horse, where we can just step through a portal and do that. But that's going to be for next time, I think. We're going to have to see if we can get a Shoggoth spawn set up, and then probably the hunting dimension. So I guess next episode is going to be pretty much a hunting, killing, farming episode in terms of mob farming, not in terms of just hoeing the ground with a hoe that we can now make. Instead of having to craft farmland, we can just use a hoe. So Age 1 is getting on pretty well, I think. Not sure how much further we have to go on after that. I've not looked into it too much, other than this main path through. I guess I've still got to find coal, in addition to bronze, well, in addition to copper and tin, and then maybe make a better bed and some aqueducts. And aqueducts I will show you next time as well. I've got some good tips from commenters talking about them. They're the way to extend water outwards, basically, but we can't make it go uphill yet, which is a little bit of a downside because we can't actually place a source block. But we could extend water outwards and just keep it infinite, which is quite useful. Hope you'll join me then. And if you enjoyed this episode, feel free to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, etc. And leave some comments below if you've got any specific tips. I'm going to have to go and find some wild dogs because those boots are amazing. They give you a huge speed boost. As always, guys, thanks for watching.